Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. If you have not yet listened to our last episode of this continuing podcast series entitled Idaho versus Kohberger, I recommend that you do. There is a link in the description to this episode that will take you to it because it is directly related to the matters that we're going to address in this episode. It appears based on two court orders on the motions to seal that were the topic of our last episode, that there may be another hearing scheduled in this case prior to voir dire, which is jury selection, and which is currently scheduled to commence July 30th, 2025. Let's look at these two court orders that were filed just minutes apart on June 4th, 2025. The first is the order sealing Exhibit S as in Sam 1 regarding state's response to defendant's 23rd supplemental request for discovery. It reads, based upon the state's motion to seal Exhibit S as in Sam 1 regarding state's response to defendant's 23rd supplemental request for discovery filed herein is exempt from disclosure and is sealed. Ladies and gentlemen, sealed appears here in capital letters. The order continues. Pursuant to Idaho Court Administrative Rule 32G1 and Idaho Code 74124C, for the reasons stated in the said motion, and until a hearing can be held on the matter so ordered, this 4th day of June 2025, Stephen J. Hippler, District Judge. Now, if we look at this order, the final words say, and until a hearing can be held in this matter. So this tells us that while the court is granting the relief sought by the state of Idaho to seal Exhibit S as in Sam 1 regarding state's response to defendant's 23rd supplemental request for discovery, it is not permanently. It is until a hearing can be held in the matter. And at that time, presumably, the court would then render an order as to whether this exhibit should be disclosed to the public, if it should be disclosed in part and sealed in part, or if it should be permanently sealed. Now let's look at the second order because it contains identical language. Only difference is that it is directed toward the second motion to seal, not the first motion to seal. Filed also on June 4th, 2025. The title of this order is Order Sealing Exhibit S1 regarding the state's supplemental response to defendant's request for discovery. So whereas the first order that we just addressed sealed Exhibit S1 regarding state's response to defendant's request for discovery, this now seals the second document that was filed by the state. The supplemental response, where there was something that was added to or changed to whatever had been previously filed. We don't know because it's under seal. The order reads exactly the same as the prior order we just addressed, that based upon the state's motion to seal Exhibit S1 regarding state's supplemental response to defendant's request for discovery filed herein is exempt from disclosure. And there we see the Idaho rule and the Idaho statute cited. It's sealed, again with the big capital letters for sealed, for the reasons stated in the motion, and until a hearing can be held on the matter. This is also dated June 4th, 2025. Signed, Stephen J. Hippler, District Judge and the Trier of the Law in Idaho versus Kohberger. So interesting developments. We will monitor the case summary page and the docket for any additional hearing notice that pops up. And if and when it does regarding this matter, we will, of course, notify you. Thank you for joining us here today.